Hi guys, welcome to the channel. CeeChronicles is my name and I post fragrance related content on this platform. If you're joining us for the very first time, please do consider staying by clicking the subscribe button and becoming part of the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Also remember to hit the like and share button, as those are very helpful in ensuring that our videos get to a wider audience. Welcome to a video, guys, of some dupes within my collection, inspirations and clones that didn't quite hit it. I ended up buying the real thing. Remember, we did do a video of clones that are actually doing better than the original. So I believe in comparing and contrasting. So this is going to be clones within my collection or inspirations that lacked something. I ended up buying the real thing. The very first one is not here, but I am going to show you another one that is twinning with the one that I decluttered, Lattafa's Mushrabia. Lattafa Mushrabia I actually sold to my friend Wongi because she wanted it. I raved about Lattafa Mushrabia, a fragrance in the same vein as Smoking Hot by Killian. Mushrabia was okay, it was nice, but there was something there that was just flat. So I said, okay, I'm going to let it go and wait for this one to come. I love Western Shisha by French Avenue. It kind of feels more of a twist. It's more fruitier in as much as it has that incense accord as well. But again, it's still lacking. And I went in store, smelled the real thing, and came home with it, because the one thing that I found missing in Mushrabia, I also find missing in this, where in this it kind of feels like a twist of some sort, but yes, it can, you know, be passed off as a fragrance similar to this, but the real thing did better. So the two clones within my collection were not enough to stop me from buying Smoking Hot by the house of Killian. Another one, guys, that I love is Belle d'Afrique, and my journey with Belle d'Afrique actually came from this. Okay, Belle d'Afrique, guys, before I get you guys to run and perhaps purchase it, is a light fragrance, very soft fragrance. It's airy. It's one of those fragrances that you want to wear if you just want to be in a cloud of freshness, cleanness. And I found out that Paris Corner of their Emir line had this Vetiver Delight. I went and I purchased it because I wanted to save. You can see the level this one is. I wanted to save this, so I went and I bought this, right? Now, this one is fired up to an extent in terms of that zesty feel about it. It's quite fired up, right? So in performance, I'll say this one's a little bit better, right? But in refinement, it's not as good as a real thing. So this is one of those that both I love. If I could show you even the dent on this one, you can see I love both, but I still went ahead and purchased the real thing. The next fragrance that left me wanting more from the house of Paris Corner, regardless of me, guys, having come here and raved about it, is Cherry Cola. This Cherry Cola has got the cherry note, the Coca-Cola note. It's sweet, it's syrupy, it's yummy to an extent, but it's shy. It's super, super shy, okay? And I remember being so excited that Paris Corner had given us a fragrance with a cola note. So I got this and I found myself dousing this fragrance on myself from time to time, and still whether it's me getting a nosmic to it after a while, I don't know. It wasn't cutting it. And then I went in store and I tried the real thing. Now, if you know, guys, Manceras are on steroids. This is probably not going to be a DNA for everybody because of, you know, that cherry cola mix about it. Both DNAs might not be for everybody, but why I'm showing you this is, for me, this DNA works. I ended up buying the real thing, and it gives me the longevity and the definition that this one lacks. So this is a dupe, guys, that does initially in the first few, let's say under an hour, is going to give you that tonka color, but starts to fizzle faster than you would want it to. Another one from Paris Corner is going to be Cafe Intense. Cafe Intense is a fragrance inspired by Intense Cafe by Montale. Montales are also fired up in terms of performance, and this combination of coffee and with the intense, I was expecting more. When this one failed me, I went on to buy the Fragrance World one, and I absolutely loved that one. I actually wore it and finished that fragrance, but still it was lacking in power, although not as bad as this one from the Monster line of Paris Kuna. So I just ended up buying Intense Cafe, guys, because I love this DNA. I love this DNA, and the clones, the two clones that I've had, were still sort of like shy. Before I go to the next pair, a quick shout out to our brand Macedon perfume. Proud Mary X-Ray to Profile 120 ml. Look at how much I have left of this. 120 ml is a creation of mine under the brand Macedon, which we established, myself and my partner, in 2024. And this was our flagship fragrance. It's of an straight concentration. It's unisex, and it goes for $149. Our second release is Numero 2. It goes for $89. It's also of an straight concentration, and it also is a unisex. We do have a combo deal, guys, that can help you save money by buying both. You can purchase both fragrances right here on YouTube in our YouTube store link, or you can purchase them on macedonperfumes.com. And that is a way of supporting the channel as well, guys, because most of the reviews I do here are of fragrances purchased off pocket. So you could support the channel as well by just purchasing these fragrances. If you do, please remember to leave feedback, as we are now on Fragrantica. Now, the next pair, guys, is going to be these two. Okay, if you watched my previous videos, I think I have featured this one twice. First in the Fragrance World rating, and I can't remember in what else. This fragrance, not a tutti frutti. If you go on some fragrance platforms, you will find that people compare it with Kirke. Kirke by MFK, guys, is one of those beautifully done, nostalgic, sweet, candy toned fragrances with a tutti frutti accord that is loud and crisp and shiny and piercing and rounded and defined. Something that I do not get in this. In this, I do get, you know, the sweetness, the fruitiness, the funness of the fragrance, but it is flat. So I do not see this as something that can represent this as an alternative, if you know what I mean. But if you're looking for just a general sweet candy toned fragrance, then you can purchase this. Well, first I purchased this, tried it, I was like, is that it? Then I went in store and I had the opportunity to smell this, and I remember after purchasing another fragrance, because I wasn't in store to purchase this, I actually asked for a sample to try at home, which they gave me, and I was hooked. So this, to me, did not cut it enough for me not to purchase this. If anything, I would say I wish MFK would give us this in a bigger size, because this is 75 ml. I do hope that with time we get it in a bigger size, because it is a fragrance that when finished I absolutely will go and purchase again. The next lot, guys, comes from this history, Queen of Silk. Okay, first I got Queen of Silk in this thrown as a was just thrown as a sample, and I liked Queen of Silk enough to buy just but the travel size, because I was like, oh, well, it's an expensive fragrance, I'm gonna buy the travel size and then wait and see if we are gonna get clones that will be at par with this. And we did. I'm not here to rubbish the clones that I have of the Queen of Silk fragrance, because I do absolutely love the two clones that I have, but I'm going to tell you why I ended up buying the real thing regardless. So I ended up buying the real thing regardless, guys, of me having purchased Avant Silk by Maison Alhambra, is this is too excited in the powdery accord of it. Okay, it is wearable, but the same powdery accord may have other people, you know, find it unwearable. It's loud, bordering on screechy, but carrying, of course, that Queen of Silk DNA. Okay, so it will have the Queen of Silk DNA, but sometimes I find it, you know, stuffing me out, but I still have it because it's a DNA that I like. And then the follow-up that I added to my collection was Kiana Crush. And if you've watched my review and follow-up reviews of Kiana Crush, I told you that this one is softer, it is well-rounded, a bit more refined than this one, right? But the softness of it and the the softness of it in how rounded it is makes it then feel a little bit like, no, you're not doing what Queen of Silk is doing, to my nose, okay? But it is a good representation of Queen of Silk. Most people will probably not be able to tell them apart in the air. So eventually I bought the full bottle, guys. I just said to myself, okay, I'm going to spoil myself, buy the real thing, because I love this fragrance. I mean, there's no need for me to keep going round and round in circles. I love this fragrance. However, let me just say it here and now, it's probably not going to be for everybody because it is loud, it's obnoxious, but the obnoxiousness that you're going to get in this is not exactly the one that you're going to get in this. And this is like so hyped up, bordering on annoying, you know, to a certain extent. So anyway, that is what I wanted to say about that. Okay, now next up is a pair that I do not love the original and I do not love the clone, okay, to be honest. And I'm talking about Pinkling, okay, Pinkling versus Serene. This fragrance, Dubois Serene, is a cherry scented scent, some incense. It's got the words and something that I get in this. And I remember when I sprayed this, I was like, I like this fragrance. And it's very beastly. It is one of those that keeps getting louder and louder, okay? It starts off with the cherry, and then when the woods and the incense come in, it's almost like you cannot shake it off you. So I do not like this DNA, nor do I like this. But having said that, let me say, if you smelled Serene and you like Serene, you probably will like this. I'm just showing you this because no, I do not like both DNAs, though I have both of them in my collection. There was something that I felt was missing from both in this case, okay? The inspiration and this, there was something that was not quite hitting it. And then I went online to listen to what other people were saying, and I saw a lot of people talking about how the Privé has got a creamy, rounded wrap up to it. And I was like, yes, that is what is missing in this. I wish this DNA was rounded in a creaminess, because it is a DNA that has potential, right? That cherry, the incense, but it's kind of like just there, like it's just screaming in your face. So didn't have the privilege to try out Serene Privé. I had to blind buy it and cross my fingers, and I'm happy it didn't disappoint. It did not disappoint. So guys, if at all I come across a fragrance perhaps within the clone houses that will give us this, I will definitely bring it. This is a better, way better interpretation of this. It's beautiful, it's grown, it's creamy, it's a little bit powdery, keeping that cherry. So yeah, that's why I had to show you these. Okay, now the next one is from Lattafa, and this is Nebras. Now Nebras, I cannot fault. Nebras is a beautiful fragrance to my nose. I know it's one of those that when there was this influx of gourmands, maybe it just got forgotten along the way. Love this. I can smell it clearly, you know, even on the nose all day. It's beautifully done. So this, I would say, is a dupe that made me curious enough to want to smell the real thing. And when I got the real Eilish, I got this one, of course, because of the pricing. I think I got this one under $100, and I just loved the bottle. I said, oh, this is an artistic bottle, I don't mind having it in my collection. So got this, but this one does better. So maybe it's in the wrong category. It does better in terms of how loud it is. This is sort of like softer, but these two are good. Okay, these two are good. So let me move before I confuse you guys. The last lot I'm going to show you guys, journey started with Victoria. Victoria, I'm going to give it its credit right now, has gotten better, has gotten way better. This is a Devotion clone. way better in terms of what it's doing versus what it was doing when I got it. When I got it, it was like, oh, where are you? What's going on here? Now, this was not a DNA that I would say I was crazy about. Even when I went, I think I was traveling at the time and I smelled the original Devotion, it still didn't hook me in. Okay, now this one is the Intense. This Devotion is the Intense, and when I smelled this, I was like, wow, this is nice. Okay, I just sprayed it, went on doing what I was doing for the day, and it's a fragrance that was just so yummy to me. It's a fragrance that made me happy. It's a fragrance that had presence, you know, because sometimes gourmands can fizzle. That lemon accord just kept on doing something to my senses, that vanilla. And it is indeed at that point that I realized that no, something in my Victoria was not correct in terms of interpretation. So I will say it was Victoria that made me buy this one, although I'm not sure whether Victoria is going for the Intense or for the regular one. So maybe I'm judging it incorrectly. So yeah, I got my Victoria. Now it has improved. I wear it, but it's still not doing or getting to what Devotion is doing. Now, the irony of it was last minute, my partner then sent me this. He said, oh, I got this fragrance and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's too sweet. Afnan Delicious Bouquet. Would you like me to just throw it in the mail for you? And when I got this, guys, this and this, if you haven't made the mistake of getting Victoria like I did, still haven't gotten your hands on Devotion, perhaps you could try this. Perhaps you could try this. Although I always say, if you want to buy the real thing, just go ahead and buy the real thing. To each his own. It's not, I'm not here to try and influence you to buy or to snub the real thing. So yeah, those were my thoughts, guys, on some of the clones, inspirations, dupes within my collection that lacked something. I ended up going for the actual, you know, fragrance that they were inspired by. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, guys. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.